regarding the migration process. And I also want to thank our honorable humanitarians and also most of those who are also sponsoring the entire migration process. Uh, we are gradually moving faster, even though currently at the moment we are having some test net runnings on the exchange and also on our app. I have seen a lot of messages. I posted an update and also an announcement. I think that was Wednesday before our Wednesday meeting that the developers are going to commence the test net part of the app. And so the app it was deployed on testnet to test run some functionalities. That is why you can see server error when you try to go visit the exchange. And so that exercise began since Wednesday evening at exactly around let's say 7:55 West African time. That was when the test net began. And so I posted an update in our various forums informing the global house about the developments. And so I had a couple of messages from so many other people. We had people sending me messages, some are calling me. That shows that many of us are not following with announcements and also updates and informations that are being posted on the forum. And so this is not the first time nor the second time that these updates and also test run will be going on the exchange. And so I expected everyone to get used to these until the developers are fully done with the app and also with the codings and with the API connections and what have you, because we want the trading to be on the app. We don't want people to begin trading on the web link. And so this is one of the reasons why the developers are also gearing up, doing so much to ensure that as by the time we get the required numbers that we need for the exchange to launch the trading activities, we don't want trade. We want a situation whereby our users can be able to download the Incredible Exchange app on Google Play stores, whether iOS or Android or even desktop app versions, so that you can use it very easily and also be able to get through the entire aspects of the incredible world coin trading. Of course, I announced to us that there is going to be additional features on the app. And so, in most cases, that is why we are experiencing some of these hitches, and also why you are seeing that server error whenever you try to log in is because of the extension and also the extended aspect of the exchange alongside the features. And so when the app is completed, you will discover that there are features that are not that will be on the app that were not currently on the exchange. Talking about the communication features are currently not on the web exchange, and so it is also being extended, and so such features are also going to be added, and so it requires a lot of codings and also serious attention. And so I would encourage us all to be patient. This is an opportunity for many of us who do not have a valid email address to ensure that you are able to create your email address. We have so many people even sending me messages. How can they create an email? And so it has. it has gone so bad that even with the tutorials that are being shared and also posted on a regular basis, we have so many people still that do not know how to create an email. But we are going to carry everyone along. And so, please, I would appreciate if you can follow up with our tutorials and also all the teachings that are posted on the forum. It will help to lessen the burden and also to give you more insight regarding how you can go about doing all of those, kind of practicalizing what is on the forum or what has been posted. And so, how to create an email, I think I have done a tutorial on that. When you look at the January 3rd video that we posted, I think I'm going to change the title of that video so that many people will understand. I covered a couple of areas in that first video. I was able to cover the email creation aspect. I was also able to cover the I was also able
I
to
continue.
cover the aspects of how you can set up your Google Authenticator. I am also able to cover numerous aspects regarding this exchange and also regarding the migration process. And so, those of us who are still sending me messages, create time and go through all of those video tutorials. It will help us to be able to walk along together. And so, regarding our Exchange app, the Exchange app will be ready as soon as it has gone on mainnet. And so currently, right now, as the developers are working along, they are test running everything to ensure that once that app is deployed and also, being aligned and uploaded on Google Play stores, they are doing everything possible to ensure that we do not experience any bug, malfunctionings, and also other aspects that will warrant uh, giving us headaches during the trading. And so some people will say, how long is it going to take for this app to be created? The app development began fully second week of March. And so those of you who are very conversant with crypto trading platforms or apps, I am sure people are enjoying trading on Binance today because Binance developers and team took their time to ensure that they are able to deliver a credible job. And so, what they have done, they can only do some updates and also upgrades, but their app has been running. And if you look at the period and the specification at which Binance app was created, it took the developers 6 months period to ensure that that particular app was developed. And so you can find it out on Google. And so blockchain cryptocurrency exchange apps are not like ordinary apps that you can see on Google Play stores. It takes time to develop a proper and a legitimate, genuine, and working app. And so our app development began exactly on the 15th of March. And so we want to give the developers time whenever they request for time to do whatever or any test run. We will notify the house and then allow them to uh, uh, do the testing, and also whatever codings that they are creating for the app, they will have to test it with the Exchange APIs to ensure that people are able to get the same version of whatever it is on the app and also on the web exchange. And so by the time they finish, you will also discover that there are some modifications even on the exchange. you'll be able to see more additional features on the web link as well. And so that is what is actually going on at this very early stage. And so it will be completed hopefully within this weekend, and then everything continues to run back smoothly. And we will keep the house updated regarding latest progress. And so, coming to the issue of sponsorship, I sincerely want to appreciate all our sponsors who are really, really making us proud. And so even today we have been receiving sponsorship almost on a regular basis. And so those of us who are unable to migrate their accounts, you do not have a problem currently right now. As I'm talking to us even this evening, we have a lot of people currently sponsorships on standby waiting to be migrated. And so I promise us that I am going to be giving us updates from the first kick-off date of the 60 days challenge. I will update the house regarding the sponsorship, and also tell us how far we have gone, how many people have been sponsored, how many people are also sponsoring others in order to help us fast track this particular process. And so all of these updates, I will be bringing it to us on a regular basis to ensure that we are carried along. And those of us who are also sponsoring others, you are going to ascertain whether or not your sponsorship also counts. And so, looking at the entire aspects of the sponsorship, the 60 days challenge going on, we have Madam Favor from Lagos, who is actually leading. This week Wednesday, while the meeting was going on, she sponsored a total number of 62 persons. Madam Favor from Lagos currently has sponsored a total of 62 humanitarians at the moment. And so she is the one leading, followed by Mr. Paul from Yola, who has sponsored about 50 migrants. Mr. Paul sponsored 50 migrations. We also have Tochukwu Nnamani from Burkina Faso, who sponsored 10 persons. And also we have Mr. Victor Ismaila, who sponsored 40 migrations. We also have uh, His Royal Highness our Mr. Joshua Makamatakar, who sponsored about 10 humanitarians last month, I think. And then we also have Mr. Koli Bombo from Liberia, also who sponsored a total of about 6 persons. We also have Mr. NSC from Yola. He sponsored 2 persons. We have Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim, also who sponsored 2 persons from Kaduna State. We also have Mr. Johnson from Liberia, Bon County, who sponsored 10 persons last week. We also have Mr. Henry from Kaduna State. He sponsored 5 humanitarians. We also have Mr. Elisha from Kaduna State, who sponsored 5 humanitarians this evening. And so we have sponsorships coming in on a regular basis. And so we have a total sponsorship of 267 currently at the moment, throughout when we kick off the 60 days challenge. And so at the end of the 60 days challenge, will determine how far we have gone, and also how many sponsorships has been recorded, and also who are the number of persons that are able to sponsor how many sponsorships. All of that will be announced, and also those of us who are able to qualify for the benefits of the 60 days challenge also will be announced at the end of this entire aspect. And so we have 267 migrations, of which this has actually accelerated the entire process. And so the sponsorship is currently on standby, waiting for the humanitarians. And also, I noticed that what is actually slowing down the migrations is the creation of emails. And so, I want to address that issue again to make it easy for you to create, even if it's 1,000 emails. What you need is the phone numbers of the people you are creating emails for. It's as simple as that. And so, if I can have 100 people with their phone numbers, I can create 100 emails in less than 1 hour. It's as simple as that. And so the Google there only requires your phone number to authenticate that this person is the one creating this email, and that is all. And so you can create emails for as many people as you can. And so the reason why you are finding it difficult to create emails is because perhaps is either you are using your phone number to create emails for others, which is not appropriate, because when those people want to recover their password, they will have to provide a phone number or one of the mediums that you can recover your email, your Gmail, or reset your password is using your phone number. And so, those of us who are in charge of migrating humanitarians, especially the administrators, I already told us that you should do everything possible to contact the recipients and get their contact details, and also use it to create their emails, and make sure you avail their login details of their emails to them. Whoever it is that you are helping to migrate or helping to create, or sign up on the exchange or whatever, ensure that you make available their details at the end of the entire exercise, so that they can have those details under their custody for security reasons. And so we already know those who are appointed as administrators, and so that in the future, if anything happens, we know whom to hold regarding the creation of the wallets on the exchange. And so ensure that you totally are able to deliver the details of the migration to the recipients or the people responsible for those accounts. And so that is that for the entire aspect of the sponsorship. And so, before I go to another issue, Mr. Hosea here on the comment section is saying, please, you will bear with me, my elder sister that got an okay, no problem. And so, but I can see you are in the meeting. So sorry for that particular incident. We sympathize with you in that direction. And so, Reverend Samson Chie from Liberia is saying, I am set by Monday to sponsor 10 persons here in Greenville. Kindly advise. All right. And so I will get in touch with you. And so, what you should do, Reverend Samson, you can communicate, you can send the sponsorship directly to the Madam Atilia Davids over there in Liberia. And once that is done, just inform me that you have already made the sponsorship payment, and then we will take it up from there. Yes. And so, regarding new persons that are coming in, uh, I have seen some administrators sending the Incredible Wealth Coin link to people who are not users. And so, the community, because I have received complaints from different persons that some people are portraying chatting, private chatting them, portraying as IWC admins. And so if you have anything, or you want to add, you want clarification on any aspect regarding migration or regarding whatever it is that you want to make an inquiry, channel your questions to the leaders. I received a complaint from three persons how some people were private chatting them, and also introducing themselves as administrators from the IWC group chat. And so two persons were reported to me, and I discovered that they are not even part of IWC. And so I don't know who added them. And so this goes to all our administrators. Some people might join the group chat via our links on the ICO website or directly from the exchange using our Telegram. But in case you come in contact with people like that, uh, get in touch with me. If anybody is chatting you up, introducing himself as the administrator on our forum, whether it be on the WhatsApp forum or on the Telegram, get in touch with me and we will find out, because there are some people, once this exchange opens, you are going to see a lot of people losing their coins. I have been saying this from day one, and I will keep saying it so that it can sink to our into our ears. And so, on no account will somebody private chat you requesting your details or requesting for anything related to your exchange account, and you make those details available. Anyone who is claiming to be an administrator on any social media forum, report the issue directly to me, or the ambassador representing your country, or any coordinator that you know that is introduced here, legally or in charge of any region. Report the issue immediately. And so a lady from Yola chatted me up that somebody is asking for her two-factor authenticator, that she was having an issue with her account. And so if somebody is requesting for your two-factor authenticator and the person is not your administrator and you do not know the person, ignore such people and report such individuals immediately, with immediate effect, so that they can be dealt with. Because if this continues, I can guarantee you that there are so many people that are going to lose their coins even before the trading begins. Why am I saying this? Is because we have some people who will still go against this particular warning to begin to interact with people whom they don't know, from parading themselves as IWC administrators, and so be warned. And secondly, talking about the incredible world coin, the 24 hours merchant program that we will be introducing. We will commence that merchant program. The chat room has already been open, and so those of us who are able to meet up with the criterias, do your best to contact us. Send me a message if you have the qualification to become a 24 hours merchant trader on the exchange, so that we can add you in that group chat. And so, but we are going to begin the training as soon as we are able to get the required number of persons that we need from each region. And so, once we are up to, we want to start that training if we're up to at least 100 participants, or even if it's 50 or 70 participants that are interested, because that training we are also going to invite outsiders and other professional traders from other exchanges to also give us, share with us some of their experiences and also their successful stories and also journey in the merchant trading market. And so, those of us who want to become merchants, I told us about the criterias. And so, one of the criterias or qualifications for a 24 hours merchant program requires that you are every time within 20 every time of the day, you are either ready to sell or you are ready to buy. And so that is one thing that we should have at the back of our mind, because as a merchant, you are there on the exchange to accept orders and also to give out orders. Merchant are buyers and also sellers. And so, as a merchant, you are going to ensure that you have the available or required amount of tokens to take any order, or to also get retrieve any order from the exchange. And so we want to be able to have a situation whereby we will have more buyers than sellers on the exchange to balance the entire trading activities. And so we will need at least not less than 1,000 merchants from the Incredible World Coin, especially those of us who participated from the ICO period up till this moment. And so, also talking about the IWC merchant traders. Uh, uh, when we talk about merchant traders, we have the two different merchant trainings that will actually take place. First of all, we have the offline merchant training and also the online merchant training. And so the offline merchant traders are people who wants to accept IWC for exchange of for their goods and services. Already we have a few number of persons who have indicated interest around Nigeria and other locations. And so currently from Nigeria, offline merchants, we have about 7 people already that have indicated interest. Some of these 7 people, we will begin to commence. We will commence advertising their business locations even before the exchange, the trading commence, and so that as soon as we are opening, they will start accepting IWC for their goods and services. Among these merchants, we have people who are into car spare parts. We also have shop owners. We also have people who are into uh, uh, trade by barter, people who accept your IWC for let's say commodities like provision items, and then so many other aspects. And so we have so many different categories. And also, we will be dropping most of the adverts here. Reason being is because we want to have the offline merchants also from every region to enable people from the rural communities and also people from remote areas to be able to use their IWC and also spend their IWC. And so we want to make it in such a way that you can both spend your IWC offline and also online. So it is not only when you go on the exchange. No, you should be able to walk to a provision store, or you should be able to go to a market or locate someone who is our merchant and go there and buy goods and pay with your IWC and take your goods home. And so this is what we want to do. And so gradually, as we are beginning to get these merchants coming in simultaneously, we are going to ensure that everyone is able to spend their IWC one way or the other, either offline or online. And so the offline merchant traders also are people who are accepting IWC for their goods and services or for their commodities. And so that also, there is a training that will be conducted specially for such people, so that they will also know their benefits, what they stand to enjoy, and also how they can go about accepting IWC as a medium of exchange for their goods and services. And so, for those of us who actually came late when the meeting has gone far, because even though I stated and I also made the announcement from the earlier beginning of the meeting. Currently, our app codes are on the test net, and so whenever the developers this particular testing will be coming from time to time, so that as the developers are creating the app, they are comparing and also making sure that everything is compatible with the web exchange. And so the app development began from scratch. And so just like the exchange was created, and so whenever any code is written, they have to be able to test it with the exchange API and also the source codes to ensure that everything is working perfectly and blended. And so this is why we're experiencing this. This began since Wednesday, and like I stated, I posted a notification regarding what is currently happening. So as soon as everything is restored back, we will also send us an update, of which I strongly believe within this weekend they should be done with the entire aspects. And so once the app development also finishes, you will discover that more additional features are also going to be added on the exchange. And so you will discover some interface, and also some features are added on the entire interface of the exchange. And so those are some of the announcements and also what is happening right now. And so it will take time until the developers finish with the app. And so most of these apps, developing this kind of apps, are not like other normal apps that we are using. It's very complex, and also it's a huge technical work. And so I will encourage us to keep hold our peace, and also whenever the developers want to run any test run, we will give them the opportunity to do that. It is for our own good, because I strongly believe that there are many people here that can't wait to also begin to use the app instead of going on a browser. And so it is for our own good. And so whenever they want to carry out any coding or test, we should be patient with that. Very soon everything will be finished, and then we will continue to flow smoothly. And thank God this is coming during the migration, and so it has not delayed anything or affect anything, because throughout last week migrations have not been coming actually, because some people are complaining that they are unable to create emails. And so use this opportunity right now to create all the emails that you need to create. By tomorrow or next, the test run will be completed, and I want to be seeing 50, 20, or 100 migrations going into the exchange. And so right now we have the sponsorships queuing up, and so people are coming in with their sponsorship, and so let us indulge into migrating people registrations. Currently you can do registrations on the exchange. The only thing that you cannot do is you cannot get the wallets, because of what is actually happening or going on the dashboard area or on the back end of the exchange. So try as much as possible to take care of the emails. We want to exhaust all these people that have paid, all the sponsorship queuing up. We want to exhaust those sponsorship by next week, so that we can welcome fresh sponsorships, and also make a huge progress as we excel in this migration process. And so we are also unable to carry out the campaign today, because due to actually what is going on. I was thinking that the test run would have been completed between today or yesterday and today. And so it has exceeded. And so we would need the exchange to show what is happening, and also the entire features on our IWC exchange. And so, in that regard, we have postponed that presentation, which will take place tomorrow until Wednesday by God's grace. And so Wednesday, we will continue with that particular presentation. And so that is that for the updates this evening. And also, I would like us to engage in awareness, personal awareness. You mustn't wait until we come to your area. You can engage. And also, this particular test run that is going on does not stop the sponsorships from coming in. And so, whatever amount or number of people that you want to sponsor, you can still send in those sponsorships, and uh, we will be able to queue up those particular sponsorships and then have them migrated as soon as possible. On my comment, Mr. Mohammed J Sensei is okay is saying Mr. Mana from Bo is part of the meeting. Okay, you are welcome, Mr. Mana. You are one of the new IWC users who are coming in from Sierra Leone. You are welcome, joining us for the first time in this meeting. Thank you so much for coming in at this moment. And so I would like to know if there are any further comments or contributions or questions, so that we can take those contributions or comments before we can proceed further to taking updates from our leaders. Do we have any comment or question? If you have any comment or question, you can indicate by raising up your hand on the app, and you will be given an opportunity to echo your comments if there is any. And if there is not, I will proceed straight to getting updates from our leaders, and also trying to see how best we can uh, move this migration very fast to the extent of getting the required numbers that we need. And so next on our, okay, the ambassador is not in the house. I saw him join the meeting. He actually has an update from us for us from Taraba State, but it looks like he's out of the meeting. And so that is that this evening we may not be able to do some practicals due to what is currently going on the exchange. But within this weekend, the developers we received an update that the system will be restored back any moment as soon as the entire test is resolved. Sometimes while you are seeing that server error, whenever you see that server error when the test net is going on, is that some codes do not blend or do not comply with the source code of the exchange, and so that is why you are seeing that server error. And also the new features that are also being added on the exchange is also what you that also one of the reasons why you are seeing that server error whenever the testing is going on. And so all of this will come to an end by the time the app is fully ready and downloadable. And so let us be patient, and also try as much as possible to see that we are making progress, especially by inviting others. And so that is that for from the little presentation I have this evening. And so we are making progress from Liberia. We have a lot of people from Liberia who are currently sponsoring people so that they can get more coins. This is a good opportunity for most of us who really have a few coins in our possession. You can take advantage of these sponsorship and be able to get enough coins in your possession so that you will not be part of those who will regret not utilizing this opportunity, especially at this moment. And so I would like to take updates now from our leaders, and also some comments before we wrap up the meeting this evening. There will be no practical presentation tonight because of the current work and also test run going on the exchange regarding the app development. And so I want to thank us all for understanding and also our patience. And so let me begin from Reverend Samson. He's joining us on a video chat this evening. And so Reverend Samson, you said you are going to sponsor about 10 persons come Monday. You can unmute your mic and tell us. I'm not seeing some of your coordinators from the other region joining us in this meeting, even your assistant. He has never, for once, attended any IWC meeting. And so tell us what is happening from that end.
Yeah, like I promised, good evening, everyone. I promised to go to that side. Our network in the last weeks have been very bad. The dependable network, which is second, has gone very bad to the extent that it's not easy to get along. However, I'm still making way to get him on phone. If I can get him after my work on Monday, after my sponsorship on Monday, then I will try to go in there. But we are still encouraging a lot of persons to see how they can help us along. So the 10% I'm talking about are like 10% still within Greenville who have not done their migration yet. But
Okay.
for him, along the Johnson district, they are still there. There is no migration from NASA since we started the process.
All right. Okay, I think we need to also carry them along over there so that they can be
Yeah.
able to have at least, even if it's one or two persons who are able to migrate. And so by the time those individuals are able to withdraw or gain access to their coins, others will wake up by then and also get their migrations done as soon as possible. So thank you so much, Reverend Samson Chie from Greenville, Sino County, from Liberia. Yes, okay, I think that is that from Mr. Samson. I'm not seeing other leaders tonight. I don't know what is really happening. Over 20 persons joined the meeting, but I can see the internet is taking people out gradually until there is no one in the house. All right. I think so far, I don't know if other leaders if there is any leader who have any comments or you want to chip in or add any contribution in this meeting, you can indicate by raising up your hand before we end the meeting. Most of our coordinators and also leaders are not present, but we have some of our administrators who are live with us this evening. All right. David, you send about five persons migrations this evening. You can unmute your mic. You gave me an update regarding the total number of humanitarians under your custody. Those people that are remaining, do they have valid email address? Are they ready to be migrated into the exchange?
Good evening, House.
Yes. Good evening.
Uh, those that have not yet been migrated, they do not have active email presently because due to the effort of them to make the migration started. But since you said I should start creating email for them, I think I will start creating email, waiting for the directive from you to migrate them. The amount that you said that I should, you are going to send a slip for me to migrate them. So, but those that have already been migrated, they are not much like the way I've sent you a message. We have a lot of people that are yet not to be, that have not yet been migrated, sir. So that's just the update. And
Okay.
the other,
I'm going to send you. Yes.
the pastors that have sent me the money for the migration of 5 people, I think I will try my best tomorrow to create the emails of those that will be migrated. waiting for the exchange to be very okay for the migration to continue, sir.
Okay, so under your administratorship, you have over 2,000 humanitarians under your watch. And so, from
Yes,
the
sir.
message you sent me, you have about you've migrated only 200, of which
Yes, sir.
we have not even done 15% of those migrations. And so, I am going to send you 30 migrations, and so begin to
Okay.
create those emails. So you are going to migrate 30 people. I'm going to send you the sponsorship, 30 sponsorship for 30 persons. And so
Okay, sir.
create their emails first, create their accounts on the exchange, and tell me that you are ready to migrate. All right.
Okay.
Yes, so
Okay,
that
sir.
once I send you those evidence, you will migrate them at once.
Once. Okay, sir.
Yes. And so that is what I want you, the administrators, to be doing right now. And so before
Okay.
I send you any sponsorship, I want to make sure that right now that this particular test run is going on, use this opportunity to create emails for all our, if possible, for the entire 2,000 persons. Find time, invite all of them. You don't have to wait because migrations will certainly come in,
Okay.
sponsorships will come in certainly. And so, what you should do, invite those people in batches,
People.
create valid emails for them, create an account, even if they are not ready to migrate into the exchange, create an exchange account for them and let it be on standby with their details and everything, so that once the sponsorship has been is assigned to you, you can immediately swing into action by just migrating them in one single day, and they in turn will be able to receive or be moved to the exchange immediately at the same time without having to waste any more time. So please, beginning from tomorrow, try and begin with that immediately. It will help us to fast
Okay,
track
sir.
this process very quickly. Thank you so much for that
Okay.
effort.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. And so that will, I think that is that from David. Hosea, do you have any update to give us? I think you are the one who sent me a message. We sincerely send our condolences to you for the lost. I may not give you the opportunity to speak this evening because you are bereaved. Sorry about that. And God will comfort the family members. And so we do not have much tonight. On our next meeting, which is Wednesday, I am going to take a presentation regarding the Incredible Wealth Coin functionalities and also regarding the wallets. And okay, Mr. Mohammed, you are raising up your hand. You are our coordinator from Bo in Sierra Leone. You can unmute your mic, Mr. Mohammed Sensei from Sierra Leone.
Hello, sir. Good evening to you all.
Yes, good
Yes, sir.
evening, Mr. Mohammed.
You gave me an assignment to look out for my papers in order to yes, sir. So that in order to fast track the work of IWC in this part of the country,
Yes.
and in that move, I moved straight away into action. I went in search of one man who is Mr. Mana. Uh, he is part of this meeting. He bought a coin from Mr. Bishop, according to him. But please, I want you to allow him to speak more because I guess he has some issues to explain to you.
All
So
right.
he bought some coin from Mr. Bishop, but there are some issues similar to my own and issue last I explained to you. So, so please allow him to talk more.
Okay. Mr. Mana is in the house, right? Yes, Mr. Mana, you can unmute your mic. I learned that you are joining us for the first time. If you can hear me, kindly unmute your mic and then come in. Good evening. You are welcome.
Yes, as Mr. Senecio said, I bought some coins from Bishop more than a year ago, but
Bishop Freeman?
then I was never given. Yes, sir.
You bought coins from Bishop Alexander Freeman, who is residing in Liberia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, you can proceed.
So I was never given those coins. So I don't know
Okay.
what my own case, how it helped to solve my own case here.
Okay, how many, what time did you made payment to Bishop Freeman regarding your coins? Is it during the ICO period?
Yes, sir.
During the ICO. Okay, how many coins, what, or value of how many coins did you pay to Mr. Freeman? Did you have any evidence of payment that you may have used to make that payment to Bishop Freeman?
Yes, sir. I have evidence, the bank slip which I used. I will
Okay.
even snap it after this meeting, send it to Mr. Senecio. I will do that
Yeah,
just
so
after the meeting.
forward the screenshot of that evidence through Mr. Mohammed. Let him send it to me, and I will communicate with Mr. Freeman to also know why your coins were not being remitted. In that direction, in that case, we will handle that issue as soon as possible. And so, let me get the detailed information regarding that aspect, and I will personally take it off from there. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
Yes, you're welcome. Mr. Mohammed, thank you so much for. If we have other persons who are also experienced or having the same issues, I would appreciate you find them so that we can find out from them regarding these aspects. And so, if anybody has made payment to Bishop Alexander Freeman, who is residing in Liberia and has not yet received their coins, ensure that you bring that to my notice before the trading activities begins. Why am I saying this? Is because do not wait until IWC is 100 and something United States dollars per coin before you now raise the issue of whether or not I have coins and I've made payment. So we want to ensure that whatever challenge or issue that has confronted anyone, especially during the ICO, we want to address those issues with immediate effect before the trading begins. And so send those evidence to me, and I will be able to handle that as soon as possible. Do we have any other criticism or also complaint or comments before I wrap it up? Because we do not have much to do this evening. And so on our next week Wednesday meeting, I am going to do a tutorial and also take us through IWC functionalities, because the exchange functionalities, I discover that we have so many people who are still yet to navigate and also navigate their way through the exchange. And so I will take us through that presentation. I'm going to share my screen by next week, Wednesday, in order to take us through the entire functionalities of the Incredible World Coin, and also show you how you can navigate your way through by understanding how to go about updating and also setting up your exchange, gearing or getting it ready for trading. And so, if there is no any other update or comment, we would like to bring this meeting to a close this evening. And so, all those who have done any sponsorship, especially our lead sponsor, who is Madam Favor, I can see she is already joining us. You will receive your coins as soon as the test run is completed. And so don't worry, all that is happening right now, it's for our own good and also for the benefit of the entire community. And so, thank you so much for taking your time and also being a part of this meeting this evening. This is the much I can take tonight. We will continue again by Wednesday, God willing. And so today we only spent 55 minutes in this meeting. And so it is very good that we don't stay too long for some people, because most people normally go for other activities like Friday vigils and other personal activities. And so I would like to come to bring this meeting to a close. I want to appreciate us all for taking your time to come on board this evening. Let's meet again by Wednesday, God willing, uh, in another episode of the Google Update meeting. Thank you so much, and have a good night, everyone. Thank you very much. Yeah, good night. Thank you so much. Thank you.